Hello friends. I have something and I want to tell you whether you believe there are gods and we have spirits and life after death in heaven or rewards in next life for good people or punishments in hell down there in the earth or in next life for bad people or not. Firstly, Communist of China is next to North Vietnam and is also the master of Communist of North Vietnam. Because China used to help the first Vietnamese communist leader Ho Chi Minh and his accomplices with money and weapons to fight with the French and Japanese, and then after that fought with soldiers of Republic of Vietnam and American soldiers in South Vietnam until South Vietnam lost the war on 30th of April 1975. Therefore, the first Vietnamese communist leader Ho Chi Minh and his accomplices knew very well that in Communist of China there was land reform and hundreds of thousands of innocent people were executed. But Ho Chi Minh still ordered land reform in North Vietnam from 1953 to 1956, and about 172,000 of innocent people were arrested and all of their properties were confiscated. This also included people whose families used to help the first Vietnamese communist leader Ho Chi Minh and his accomplices with money were joined in the army to fight with the French and Japanese. Tens of thousands of these innocent people were ordered to be executed by that bloodthirsty first Vietnamese communist leader Ho Chi Minh. One or few years later, that bloodthirsty first Vietnamese communist leader Ho Chi Minh said on TV with crocodile tears that he would correct his mistakes. But correcting mistakes, if he did, does not mean stop completely. Just a little fix here and there. That's all. While those people who were in prison still remained in prison, and their properties were never given back to them or their families. Those people who were already executed would never come back to life. Secondly, in New Year 1968, on one hand, that bloodthirsty first Vietnamese communist leader Ho Chi Minh wished everybody in North Vietnam a very happy New Year, but on the other hand he bathed in blood by ordering Viet Cong in South Vietnam to general attack in South Vietnam, violating ceasefire agreement during New Year. The highest number of innocent civilians were killed by Viet Cong was in Hue City. I would like to take this opportunity to tell you that to be a true communist, especially during the war, communists of North Vietnam must propaganda, seduce, lie, cheat, threaten, force and beat cruelly, inhumanly, or kill without mercy to people who refuse to take up arms to shoot to kill soldiers of Republic of Vietnam and American soldiers in South Vietnam or betrayed them. But they could not do that to people who did not live in countryside. The first Vietnamese communist leader Ho Chi Minh and his accomplices also could not send their communist soldiers to South Vietnam to fight with soldiers of Republic of Vietnam and American soldiers in South Vietnam. Because there would be nowhere for their communist soldiers to sleep, no blankets, no money, nowhere to cook, etc. The most important thing was, there would be nowhere for too many of them to go to toilet. If they slept in forests, then forget about anything poisonous, etc. First, only smokes from their cooking would go up in sky, and it wouldn't take long for American B-52 planes to come to drop bombs down to kill them all. So they decided to choose innocent countryside people in South Vietnam to sacrifice to become Viet Cong to fight for them. That bloodthirsty first Vietnamese communist leader Ho Chi Minh and his accomplices in North Vietnam only provided weapons from their master Communist of China. But no person would be stupid enough to take up arms to shoot to kill soldiers of Republic of Vietnam and American soldiers, and then they themselves would be shot and killed. Therefore, the bloodthirsty first Vietnamese communist leader Ho Chi Minh and his accomplices sent a number of their men and women to go to South Vietnam to choose countryside people to propaganda, seduce, lie, cheat, threaten, force and beat cruelly, inhumanly, without mercy, or executed to people who refused to take up arms to shoot to kill soldiers of Republic of Vietnam and American soldiers in South Vietnam or betrayed them. If it was not like that, then no person would be stupid enough to take up arms to shoot to kill soldiers of Republic of Vietnam and American soldiers, then they themselves would be shot and killed, and their families would cry. Those that I have said also mean to become a real communist during the war, then probably from people of high ranking and upwards. They each must have at least a few different names or alias or pen names, as well as their own names, like their bloodthirsty first Vietnamese communist leader Ho Chi Minh and his accomplices Pham Van Dong, Vo Van Ky, Ton Duc Thang, etc. By now probably you already know what's like to be a real communist. It is not like what communists said to cheat people. If without Viet Cong in South Vietnam, who were like always surrounding all provinces, towns and cities in South Vietnam, bloodthirsty First Vietnamese Communist leader Ho Chi Minh and his accomplices would not dare to fight with soldiers of Republic of Vietnam and American soldiers in South Vietnam, or they could never win the war on 30th of April 1975. The reason why Republic of Vietnam and South Vietnam lost the war on 30th of April 1975 was because America, Republic of Vietnam and South Vietnam, Viet Cong also in South Vietnam and Communists in North Vietnam signed peace agreement in Paris in January 1973. After that, America withdrew all their soldiers and anything else back to America, leaving Republic of Vietnam and South Vietnam alone fighting with four enemies. They were Viet Cong in South Vietnam, Communists in North Vietnam with the help of two big communist master countries who were China and Russia. Without American B-52 planes, Republic of Vietnam and South Vietnam lost the war to Viet Cong in South Vietnam and Communists in North Vietnam easily and quickly on 30th of April 1975. Viet Cong were nearly everywhere in countryside in South Vietnam, and also living among people in provinces, towns and cities. Therefore, communist leaders in North Vietnam wouldn't be stupid to really agree to live in peace with South Vietnam. They cheated America. At the same time, they blamed Republic of Vietnam breaking peace agreement first. If Americans didn't withdraw all their soldiers and anything else back to America, then communist leaders in North Vietnam wouldn't dare to order their communist soldiers invading South Vietnam with tanks. Because they were very afraid of American B-52 planes and any warplanes. Because in New Year 1968, the most cruel and bloodthirsty First Vietnamese Communist leader Ho Chi Minh, on one hand he wished everybody in North Vietnam a very happy New Year, but on the other hand he bathed in blood in South Vietnam by ordering Viet Cong in South Vietnam to suddenly general attack South Vietnam, violating ceasefire agreement during New Year. Despite of that, Republic of Vietnam didn't lose. Because American B-52 planes and or any warplanes dropped down bombs to destroy houses and buildings to kill Viet Cong and force those Viet Cong who were still alive to go back to where they belong. No innocent people was killed because of that. Because only Viet Cong in South Vietnam were ordered to suddenly general attack South Vietnam. So people had time to evacuate to safe places. Besides, pilots were told where to drop down bombs by Americans down here. Another reason why communist leaders in North Vietnam was very afraid of American B-52 planes was because to force communist leaders in North Vietnam to go back into serious peace negotiations, America launched Operation Linebacker beginning on the night of December 18, 1972, ending on the 29th. Waves of B-52 attacked military targets in Hanoi, Haiphong and other places in North Vietnam with precision bombing. It says that in Google, this probably forced communist leaders in North Vietnam to sign peace agreement the following month in January 1973 before American withdrew all their soldiers and anything else back to America, after that leaving Republic of Vietnam and South Vietnam alone fighting with four enemies. They were Viet Cong in South Vietnam and Communists in North Vietnam with the help of two big communist master countries who were China and Russia, and lost the war on 30th of April 1975, easily and quickly. Now I would like to say again about that bloodthirsty First Vietnamese Communist leader Ho Chi Minh and his spirit. Whether you believe there are really gods and we have spirits and life after death in heaven, or rewards in next life for good people, or punishments in hell down there in the earth, or in next life for people who are sinners or not, I would like to ask you, after the most cruel and bloodthirsty First Vietnamese Communist leader Ho Chi Minh died in 1969, where is his spirit now? Is it one in heaven, or he was rewarded in next life? If so, then everything that Buddha and Jesus taught believers could not be believed, and the law of human also could not be used. Or 2. Is Ho Chi Minh's spirit still being punished in hell down there in the earth, or in his next life? If Ho Chi Minh's spirit is still being punished in his next life, and if we see a disabled man or woman who hates and insults communists, or when we see a dog, a cat, a buffalo, a cow, the pig, or so, like those who says that's not the bloodthirsty First Vietnamese Communist leader Ho Chi Minh in previous life. 3. If we don't have spirits and once we die we'll die forever, then the crimes of that most cruel and bloodthirsty First Vietnamese Communist leader Ho Chi Minh thousands times worse. If First Vietnamese Communist leader Ho Chi Minh was the most cruel and bloodthirsty in Vietnamese history from past to present. Thank you for wasting your precious time to listen.